Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect and your occupation this word, to the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure. And this lesson is inspired by some talking points me and the brother were going into at camp last week. Really, it's actually a right thing, and you actually are in the right spirit, hastening the day of the Lord's return, man. And praying to the Lord for fewer days, as I have this precept here. Okay, wanting America, Babylon the Great, to be destroyed. Okay. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 13. Go, and they shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. You see, because when we go out there and teach, people like to say we're fear-mongering, or we're doing this and we're doing that. But believe it or not, by us going out there and teaching with this, with the word as well, of course, we are manifesting the Lord's return. Okay? When you read the book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, what does it say? Let's just get it. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse, let's see. Verse 5. For like all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay, so you got people in the world that like to say, or like to talk about manifestation. Well, with once the 144,000 is all raised up, that's all the Lord needs for the manifestation of the end to come, because the end, it doesn't necessarily mean the end. It's actually the beginning. Okay, it's just the end of this wicked rulership, man. Right? Having to pay taxes, having to pay just to breathe air, and on top of that, you're paying to breathe in polluted air. Your water's contaminated, your food's contaminated, man. Our women are contaminated with the ways of Babylon the Great. There's just no escape or exit but the kingdom of Yahawashi being established. And it works for as well as for you women, man. You few women, because our men, the men of our nation, man, they're out of there too. They're gone. Right? They're effeminate. They don't know, how to conduct themselves. They're really immature at an old age, and so on and so forth, man. It's just a place of just all types of abominations, right? I mean, it's Babylon the Great mixed with Egypt, Assyria, Sodom and Gomorrah. It's all these things in one, and all that's happening right now is it's circling down the drain. Whether you may see it or not, it actually is. We're getting closer to the end, but for Jake that's just in the world, not paying attention, you're not seeing it, you're not catching it. You think things are still good. The scriptures say, behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And really, the victuals aren't even getting cheap anymore. You're paying $6 for a bag of hot Cheetos. Right? But then it goes on to say, but even then shall evils grow upon the earth, confusion, evils, and so on. And this is why we're actually hastening. I'm actually get that precept. We're actually hastening the Lord's return, man. Because we understand what the kingdom consists of in a broad spectrum, right? In a broad way. We prophesy in part and we know in part. But the things that we do know is what? That the kingdom is going to be our only true exit plan, right? To escape this place. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You see, that's what's happening, and we are in the right spirit for the hastening of Yahawashi and Yahawashi, man. We're actually in the right spirit to want the kingdom of Yahawashi and Yahawashi to already be established, right? Pray for fewer days so that, they may be shortened here in this world. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, so what? So that the kingdom can get set up. But of course, patience is an elect attribute. You have to be patient. You got to go through this fire. You got to go through this shit, man. With the knowledge of righteousness and being here in Babylon the Great, it is most definitely a fight. Okay, you're going to be fighting. You're going to be fighting the thoughts of this, monetary, right? Financial, definitely spiritual, relationship-wise, dealing with women, that are, here in the, Babylon the Great, and so on and so forth, man. You're gonna fight because of what right? The increase of, let's get that. Ecclesiastes 1:17. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Right? The more you go in this ministry, the more you want to get the fuck up out of here. And this is why when you read the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, you brothers, us, we are in the right spirit and wanting this shit to happen tomorrow, and wanting America to all hell break loose, tomorrow. Like today, right now, if it could. Right, you're not in the wrong spirit. Right, just keep that fire, though. Keep that fire so that when it does happen, you're ready. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 18. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and as 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness. You gotta understand, this little period that we're in of the Lord delaying, right, tarrying, next thing you know, we're gonna be in Jacob's trouble, bro. It's gonna happen like that. I know you brothers know or think about, the times you were, young, 15, 14, 13, so on and so forth, and how quick those days just went by, and where you're at now. It's quick, man. So the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness. So don't count it slackness. Count this as, part of you putting on the elect, because that's what it is. You gotta have some sort of patience. When we first came into this thing, we thought that shit was gonna happen the next day. But the more you grow and you understand what's happening, the Lord is purging you, getting you ready for that perfect day, cleaning your robe, right? Cleaning you, making you white, taking that blood off you. And of course, we're not able to take all the blood off of us, which is why the Lord gave us Yahawashi. He's the one that's truly gonna, clean us up in his return, if we be of the elect. Lord is not slack concerning his promises, some men count slackness, but is long suffering to us. We're not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. And we understand that only the elect is going to make it, man. The 144,000 in the great multitude. The 1/3 is conducive with the 144,000. It's all one. Verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. That's the only way that this place, America, Babylon the Great, is going to be able to be cleaned in its true sense, because fire is a cleaning agent. Right? To sterilize a needle, what do? You put a fire on it. To sterilize water, what do? You boil it. And so on and so forth. It's just a cleaning agent. Right? Shall melt with fervent heat, and also the works that are there shall be burned up. And the thing that's going to cause that magnitude is going to be what? is going to be the ICBM nuclear missile, which is why they were created, the destroyers to waste. All right, this is why there is nuclear missiles existing in the world right now. Everything has a purpose. Nothing is just random here. Okay, everything here in America, Babylon, everything's like everything in the world has a purpose. All the way down to the animals, to a little leaf, all the way to the least atom. Everything here has a purpose. And those ICBM missiles weren't created just to be looked at. They're actually here to what you would call is bringing the end of this modern world, to set up the new heavens and a new earth. Right? The scriptures say the earth abideth forever. The kingdom of heaven is going to be here on earth. It's just going to be burned up. America is going to be burned up. Our land, Israel, right now, because there is, it's polluted by the Gentiles, true Gentiles. But the majority is going to be here in America, Babylon the Great. And then, where, Russia, China, wherever they shoot it back at, Korea, Iran, and so on and so forth, right? But this is how this place is going to come to an end. And this is how the kingdom of heaven is going to be set up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being dissolved on fire, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, we look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. You see, we can't wait for the kingdom of heaven to be established and for righteousness to truly flourish again. Right? This wisdom is the beginning of that righteousness. Right? This is why us brothers, man, we hate everything about this place. Of course, we use a word that's not abused. You can't just be here, just going through it 24/7. But we understand that this is not the place for us, because with wisdom, we bring a new kingdom with the wisdom. Right? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The desire for wisdom bringeth you into a kingdom. What us icon, we want this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that we may be able to make it through Jacob's trouble in all these trying times, with our faith being more solidified with this wisdom. Okay, hey, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Magakudash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, who do well and teach well, and are the true leaders of Israel today. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and you I can push this word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure. Shalom, shalom. And this lesson was inspired by camp, man. Me and the Aki were talking about, it's actually, a right thing to be in the spirit of hastening the Lord's return, man. And before I get into this precept, let me get this. That's why I use to get this. Okay. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 13.